Almost every man overlooks something important, even though it matters far more than he realizes. And interestingly, it's something women quietly value, even if they rarely speak about it openly. Curious? Think about it for a second. You've probably seen men who seem to have everything going for them. They're attractive, confident, maybe even financially and socially successful. Yet somehow they still struggle to build deep and meaningful connections with women. Something feels off, and they can't understand why. The truth is, attraction is not built only on looks, money, or status. What many men fail to notice are the subtle behaviors that leave a lasting emotional impact. These are not loud or obvious gestures. They're quiet but powerful actions that often go unnoticed, yet they shape how a woman truly feels about you. In this video, I'm going to reveal some of those hidden desires women experience but rarely express directly. These are not the usual dating tips you hear everywhere. They're rooted in psychology and timeless human behavior, and when you truly understand them, they can completely change the way women perceive you. Now imagine this for a moment. What if you could connect with a woman on a level even she doesn't fully understand herself? What if you could naturally stand out without chasing her, without over-explaining yourself, and without constantly trying to prove your worth, simply by knowing how to make her feel emotionally safe, appreciated, and understood? That alone would instantly place you ahead of most men. Here's the uncomfortable reality. If you don't understand these deeper principles, you're already at a disadvantage. You could lose attraction that might have turned into something meaningful. You could miss a connection that may have stayed in her mind long after you walked away. That's why understanding this matters so much. And once these ideas truly sink in, especially the last one, the way you view attraction and relationships will never be the same again. Before we continue, a quick request. If you genuinely want to learn and apply these ideas in your own life, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Inside Her Heart, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. It may seem like a small action, but it helps more than you think. Your support allows me to continue creating content that can genuinely change the way you understand relationships and emotional connection. Now let's move into the first idea, something most men seriously underestimate: the silent impact of physical touch before intimacy. Curious? Picture this. You're on a date. The atmosphere feels perfect. The conversation flows naturally. You're both laughing and enjoying the moment. But deep down, something still feels incomplete. She's there. She's engaged. But emotionally, she hasn't fully opened up. Later, you take her home, send her a message afterward, and then nothing. No reply. Just silence. This is the moment where many men unknowingly lose momentum. A lot of men assume attraction is built only through words. They focus on being funny, telling interesting stories, or trying to impress her with what they say. But the reality is that women don't connect only through conversation. They connect through emotions, through the energy you bring, and most importantly, through how they feel when they're around you. One of the most overlooked ways to build that emotional feeling is through calm, intentional physical touch. Not something rushed or needy, and definitely not something forced. It has to feel natural, respectful, and spontaneous. Even the smallest gesture, when done with genuine intention, can completely shift the emotional dynamic between two people. A soft touch on her shoulder, a warm, lingering hug, or a gentle, reassuring gesture at the right moment can completely change the emotional tone between you. These simple actions communicate more than words ever could. For many women, emotional safety carries more weight than physical attraction alone. Non-sexual touch sends a quiet message without needing to say anything. It tells her that you respect her space. It lets her feel she can relax around you. And that feeling of comfort is what allows real intimacy to slowly grow. This is not about using perfect techniques or trying to perform like someone else. It's about being present, moving slowly, and genuinely paying attention to her reactions. When you create an environment where she feels appreciated instead of pressured, everything begins to flow naturally. The men who truly stand out are not the ones trying to rush or control these moments. They allow things to unfold naturally, They stay calm, grounded, and aware of the situation. They understand that genuine connection grows best in an atmosphere of peace and comfort. When you carry yourself with that kind of calmness and intention, you naturally become someone she feels emotionally safe with, someone she's drawn toward without needing to chase or force anything. What makes this even more powerful is that it works on a level most people never consciously notice. When a woman feels emotionally safe and comfortable around you, her guard naturally lowers without you needing to convince her of anything. That feeling of comfort is not created through dramatic gestures or flashy moves. It's built through consistency and small, respectful actions. The way you sit, the way you listen, the way you respond to her energy, all of it matters. Intentional physical touch, when it feels natural, strengthens that emotional security. It shows confidence without aggression and interest without pressure. The key is awareness. You have to notice how she responds. Does she move closer? Does she relax? Or does she pull away? Respecting those signals is what separates a man who understands connection from one who is simply trying to impress. Patience also plays a huge role. Many men rush because they fear losing the moment, but real attraction often grows strongest when there is no pressure. When you slow down and stay present, you create room for genuine emotions to develop naturally. That's what makes the connection feel authentic, memorable, and different from what she usually experiences. Another important part of this is emotional awareness. Many men focus only on what they themselves are doing, but true connection comes from understanding what she is feeling in each moment. When you're attentive, you begin to notice the subtle shifts in her mood, her body language, and her energy that allows you to respond naturally instead of guessing or forcing anything. That kind of emotional awareness makes your presence feel calm and stable, something many women rarely experience. It's also important to understand that restraint can be very attractive. Not reacting impulsively, not rushing physical closeness, and not trying to speed everything up creates a sense of confidence and control. When your actions are slow and intentional, they feel more genuine. It shows that you are not driven by desperation, but by clarity and self-control. Over time, these small moments begin building trust. Trust turns into comfort, and comfort opens the door to deeper attraction. When a woman feels she can truly relax around you without pressure, she starts associating you with emotional peace, and that feeling stays with her long after you leave, making your presence far more powerful than any words you could ever say.